Alright, yo, what's good everyone? Nick Smith is back. Now today we're going to be talking about James Harden. And James Harden is going to be playing point guard for the Houston Rockets next season, which is just crazy, but crazy in a good way. I think this is going to help James Harden develop his game even more. He's already been an MVP candidate, but honestly, I can see this move by Mike D'Antoni making James Harden play point guard turn him into an MVP. And in this video, I'm going to discuss why. I'm going to discuss how Mike D'Antoni, his influence, will help James Harden play the point guard position. I'm going to discuss, obviously, James Harden. And I'm going to discuss how this can help the Houston Rockets and what this means for the Houston Rockets as a team. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, but let's get into it. For the last couple of years, James Harden has essentially served as the Houston Rockets point guard. But now, he has the title to back it up. He's literally going to be their point guard, which is just crazy in my opinion, but crazy in a good way. Because, I mean, when you think of shooting guards in the league, you think of Klay Thompson, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, if you want to call him a shooting guard, Dwayne Wade. But now, James Harden isn't on that list. We're going to be seeing him on a point guard list, which, when you think about point guards, you think of Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, Chris Paul, John Wall, Kyrie Irving, all these point guards. James Harden is going to be on that list. I don't know how it's going to affect James Harden or the Houston Rockets, but I don't think we're going to see much change in his style of play. So on Monday, during the Houston Rockets media session, new coach Mike D'Antoni, who we're going to talk about later because he coached a two-time MVP in Steve Nash, who played point guard, but we'll discuss that later. Anyway, he said Harden would become the team's full-time point guard this season. And I'm going to just read out a quote of what he said. He's more or less responsible giving rhythm to the team. That's what a point guard does. He's going to be on the ball, and he's going to be distributing the ball, and it will take some adjusting. He's got a lot more responsibilities as a point guard. A play caller, a good basketball mind. He's already telling the guys, we can do this, we can do that. Which, by that, let me know down below what you think this quote means. But from what I understand of it, I think Mike D'Antoni is really going to try and just make Harden a point guard in terms of limiting his turnovers, make him more of a play caller, and he's going to be getting him more involved in the offense in terms of facilitating the ball. But the thing is, Harden's already a great facilitator. So what do I get out of this? I think it's going to make Harden more of an MVP candidate, which is crazy because he was already an MVP candidate. And this season, I can honestly see Harden having a very, very strong chance of winning the MVP because I don't think Stephen Curry is going to win it, and I don't think Kevin Durant's going to win it. And the reason is, the Golden State Warriors are a new big three, or I guess you could call them a big four. But when a big three normally comes together, it shows that the stats decrease. It happened to Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. It happened to Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh. So I can definitely see the Golden State Warriors stats decrease. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Durant, Draymond Green, I can see a pretty big decrease in their stats. Not a major decrease, but a decrease nevertheless. So with Stephen Curry and Durant out of the equation, I can get into why they probably won't win the MVP, and I will do that, but that's going to be when I make my Russell Westbrook MVP video, because I just sort of want to, leave it for that video. But just to give you a breakdown, the last player to win 3 MVPs in a row was Larry Bird back in the 1985-86 season. So do you really think they're going to give Stephen Curry that award? They haven't ever given it to LeBron. They've never given it to Steve Nash or Tim Duncan or just Michael Jordan, any player that's won 2 MVPs in a row. Magic Johnson's another guy. So I just can't see Stephen Curry doing that. I just don't see that happening. Unless he has an incredible season, but I honestly just can't see that happening. Now, as for Kevin Durant, I just can't see him winning the MVP. He literally just joined the best team of all time record-wise. Obviously, no, they're not the best team of all time because they didn't win the championship. But record-wise, they won 73 games. So he's literally joining the team that won 73 games, which is crazy. And, they didn't give LeBron James the MVP when he came to Miami simply because everyone hated him when he joined Miami. I think the exact same thing is going to happen to Kevin Durant. Not many people are going to love Kevin Durant this season, so I just can't see him winning the MVP. So with those 2 players of Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant out of the equation, James Harden seriously has a very, very good chance at winning the MVP this season, especially playing at that point guard position. Let's just get into his stats. So Harden was 27 years old last season, so going into this season, he's really entering the prime of his career. He averaged a career high 7.5 assists per game to go along with 29 points and 6 rebounds. Now, when you're putting Harden at the point guard position, you sort of expect his assist numbers to go up. So if he can average 29 points, 8.5 assists, and 6 rebounds, which is just 1 assist more than he was averaging last season, I mean, he has a very, very good shot at winning the MVP. I mean, you're comparing him up against Russell Westbrook, you're comparing him up against Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, all these guys. Harden definitely has a chance to win the MVP. Now, you're also probably wondering how Mike D'Antoni's style of coaching will actually help James Harden, and to me, I think it will quite a bit, because he plays at a more up-tempo type system. Well, D'Antoni runs the offense as a more up-tempo type system, which honestly, I think that will help James Harden. I mean, it helps Steve Nash. Obviously, Harden and Nash are two completely different players, but it might help James Harden, it might not help James Harden, but if it does help him, it could not only turn James Harden into one of the elite passers in the game in terms, I mean, he already averaged 7.5 assists, and now he has even better teammates to give the ball to that can actually make shots, because when you think about their record, it'll probably be worse because they don't have Dwight Howard. I will admit that. But you not only get rid of Dwight Howard now, but you get Ryan Anderson in, you get Eric Gordon in, Patrick Beverley's working on a 3-point shot, you get players that can shoot the rock, and James Harden, in terms of numbers, can probably go up. In terms of record as a team, yeah, it's probably going to go down. So the way that Mike D'Antoni runs his offense might help James Harden. I mean, it might not help James Harden, but let me read you a quote. Mike D'Antoni said he wants Harden to play the system at his own pace. Sometimes he'll be slower, sometimes he'll be a faster version. Steve Nash is not like your traditional Jet. Steve had his pace and Jeremy Lin had his pace, and guys have their pace. And all the point guards I've ever coached had their way of doing it, and those are very good players. He'll have his way. I don't know if we'll time him, okay, he's fast or slow. It will be fast enough to score. Now, this was a weird quote, but pretty much Mike D'Antoni is letting James Harden do it his way. And if James Harden is doing it his way, then that'll be very, very interesting going into next season. I do think he'll get his assists up, and I honestly do think he'll get his points up with Dwight Howard not on the team. The thing is though, overall, Harden has been doing this for years now, so I don't know how much of it will change, but I do think having Mike D'Antoni as a coach might help him out quite a bit. And the reason why I say that not much will change for James Harden is because James Harden has set career highs in usage rate and assist rate in each of the last 2 seasons, per Basketball Reference. The Rockets' offensive production spiked with Harden on the floor in 2015-2016, though their assist rate stayed the same. So Harden playing point guard, well, we won't see much difference. But honestly, I think the teammates that he has around him now, and I think the coaching system that is run by Mike D'Antoni, might help turn Harden into an MVP. Not to mention, the players that have previously been trying to go for the MVP award might slow down, which brings Harden rising up. So I can definitely see Harden being an MVP next season, but I just don't think the team is good enough to win an MVP for James Harden. But yeah, let me know down below, what do you think about James Harden running the point guard for the Houston Rockets? I think it's pretty interesting. It's going to be something different. But then again, I don't know if we're going to see much change, simply because Harden has been doing this role for years, but he's never really been called a point guard. Just like LeBron's never been called a point guard, but technically he was sort of a point guard. I mean, he was a point forward, but you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you guys could drop a like. Please subscribe if you're new. It would mean the world to me. I post NBA videos every couple of days on this channel, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're new. And yeah, if you want to leave a like, that'd be awesome. Let's see if we can reach 2,000 likes for the next video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.